Hi, it's Selina.
And it's Taku.
And this is the best of the crazy world of OnlyFans.
Come on now. And listen, you can't go on maths and not go on OnlyFans, right? So
Apparently.
apparently we're waiting for yours, girl. But look, listen, in this clip right now, we're going to be talking about Olivia, who dropped by and talked to us a little bit about her OnlyFans.
Yes, and about her new Playboy deal.
Come on now.
I found that a really insightful episode.
I was just a fly on the wall, okay? so let's get to learning. There's some good that's been happening too in your life, right?
Yeah.
Girl, come on, congrats with the Playboy deal.
Yes.
Thank you.
We see you,
Thank
girl.
You so much. I'm so excited about it. It's
huge.
We are too.
Yeah, tell
Thank
us
you.
about it. So what is it?
So it's Playboy. So Playboy Centerfold. So it's basically Playboy's answer to OnlyFans. So the Playboy magazine was a victim of COVID. So they shut down the magazine and they came up with Centerfold, which is meant to be just a classier version of OnlyFans. So it's basically the magazine, but in digital form.
Oh,
That's dope. That's sick.
cool.
Yeah.
Come on,
So I applied for it. I think July 2022, because you have to apply and get approved to do it. It's not like
Yeah.
it might be now. I don't know if it's been updated, if it's like more accessible for others. But I applied for it back when you had to, got approved for it, and then my OnlyFans was just doing so well that one of my managers was just like, maybe don't mess with your OnlyFans earning by opening up Playboy, because it's different audiences and stuff like that, because I think Playboy's bigger in the US than it is over here.
Okay.
Whereas OnlyFans is bigger over here, and obviously I'm Australian.
Yeah.
Maps Australia. Like it hadn't quite hit the US. I think it got pulled off the air in the US or something at that point. But so he talked me out of doing it then.
Yeah.
And she was like, just milk OnlyFans for all it's worth for as long as you can. And I have. OnlyFans isn't over, but I just milked my effort with it for all it was sort of worth. And I was like, I need to do something else. Like I need to light a fire under my ass, basically. And my mum was like, well, what about Playboy? And I was like, oh yeah, like completely forgot about it. So I just, probably set up my account and mentioned it to my managers, and they're like, you have to launch this, Olivia. Like you have to actually put some effort into it. And I was like, okay. So here we are.
Man, come on, congratulations, man.
Thank
amazing.
you. Thank you.
And like this is like the first time that because I didn't know that they were having like I guess some sort of collaboration. Is it like, would you say a collaboration or just like an off brand of OnlyFans? I guess.
Yeah.
Because you said it's a classier version of it.
Yeah. So it's just a bit more prestigious. I think.
Okay, cool.
So I feel like, and I'm not shading OnlyFans, but I feel like my OnlyFans account is very quickly produced. Like I just snap a cheeky picture on my phone and put it up and stuff like that. So it's not. I'm gonna say what I think. I think my OnlyFans is a bit skanky, and I wanted to get back to doing really
classy,
fun, like photo shoots and
honey badette sort of thing.
Yes, exactly. Oh my god, I was in honey badette yesterday, and they have so much nice
They've got
stuff.
really cute stuff at the moment.
All right.
Yeah.
The light pink
I
stuff.
saw my girl going in there. I was like, yeah, girl, let me know how much you need.
Take my
Let me know how much. Yeah. But just don't get stuff that's bigger than mine, if you know what I'm saying. Anyway, let's keep this shit. Man.
I was a honey for a long time.
Oh, really?
I worked there for about 4 years.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's like a really good. I was one of the best sex toy salespeople.
That's what's up. Okay.
I reckon one of the first things you said to me and in front of the whole group at our hens dinner party was that you brought this
My spreader
contraption.
bar. Yeah, my spreader bar.
Yeah.
I was
Explain that.
because I was telling a story. I moved out of my family home to come to maths because my mum was selling the family home. And so I had to put all my stuff in my nan's garage. I was sitting there at the hens party. So it's like it goes on your ankles and it's like a bar to like kick your legs over. Yeah.
I saw that in what's that, Mr. Grey?
Yes, 50 Shades of Grey.
That's the one. I saw.
Yes.
I was like, oh shit.
Yes.
Yes. So I'm like, I hope my nan doesn't go through my
Man saw
shit.
this shit. She was like, I found a new tool for the garden there.
Fully, I'm like, do not go through this, Nana, please.
Girl, listen, I actually want to kind of go back to last time that we were talking, and I kind of remember like you mentioned something about wanting to do something a little bit different. Like, and were you talking about like going away from OnlyFans and like getting into like a different industry when you were talking about a career change? Or was this something that you kind of, wanted just to kind of light up the fire a little bit more?
I definitely am thinking about what I want to do after all this is done.
Okay,
because,
okay.
Like, I know I'm still, like, I know 30 is still young, but also, like, I still do hope to have a family or be part of a family at some point. So it's like, I don't really want to be doing my little skanky OnlyFans pictures and videos or like I'm maybe Playboy, but like I don't want to keep doing that. So I need to figure out what comes next.
Okay.
I still don't know. I'm just
Which is fun.
Yeah. Like I do, like I love this. I love coming and shooting the shit and chatting and stuff. So I'm like maybe something in the media if people can like stand my face and voice enough in the future.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know yet. But this is I'm just going with kind of like a dog chasing cars. I'm just going to chase the next one that comes along.
Yeah, for real, man. Listen, if the bag keeps coming in, girl, let's keep doing this shit right here.
There's no plan.
How much like after tax does one earn after OnlyFans?
So it depends how the cookie crumbles.
Yeah.
So it's so boring, but
I'm honestly fascinated. I think a lot of people are.
You lose a lot. So you lose 20% to OnlyFans.
So it's like having a management, basically.
And then, other people pay for like organizations to run their DMs and stuff for them.
Okay.
Which is insane. Like I know
Wow.
Jackson and Daniel were doing it last year, and they were paying like 40% and stuff to that. And I've heard of somebody paying 60%, and I'm like, that is insane. And I can't bring myself to do it. Some run it like the talent only uploads their photos and videos and stuff to a Google Drive, and the agency that's running their account for them like puts it out, prices it, and then speaks to the customers for them and things like that. So it's like you don't even.
If I had it, I just want to talk to. I want to talk to Liv, boy. I want to talk to.
Don't worry.
I want to talk to old John out there, boy. Is running your.
No, don't worry. If you're on my OnlyFans, like it is me. But
you talk to us?
Yeah, but I get really bad anxiety because sometimes I get some pretty hectic messages. So if it takes me a while to respond, just know that somebody else has said something crazy to me, and I need like a couple of days to collect myself.
What's like the craziest request or DM you've had from OnlyFans?
Okay, it's really upsetting. It's really upsetting. So it was a guy was like, I've subbed to you because you look like my sister. Can I send you her clothes and can you send me some photos?
What the rat's ass is that? What?
What the fuck? But I mean, that's like a category
recent.
in porn.
the heck?
People
You know
like
that?
seeing that stuff, like stepsister
Like incest.
fuck. Yeah,
But
incest
no,
stuff.
I was just like, no, thank you. That's too much for me. But yeah,
and it was like sister, not like stepsister.
yeah, like that's too much for me.
Let us pray.
I know. I was like, I don't know. Like, I don't know. I was just like, I'm just going to close this and I'll come back. I haven't been back on my DMs quite yet because I'm just like, it's
That's
like,
a mad thing.
but like, it's scary. Like, it's not, like, it's scary. Like, I don't want to shame people for that, but like, I feel like incest is like, a bit too far.
Come on now. No, yeah, there's a line. There's a line still.
We're up for foot fetishes. We're up for I'm up for most things, but like we are going to draw the line
At that.
at
incest.
We're definitely aware of the bag, you know what I'm saying, that you be getting. So, like it's definitely, had me asking my African mom some questions about me doing something like this. Because currently what I'm doing ain't really giving me this much bag. But someone's giving you shit about your car considering how much money you actually make on OnlyFans.
Yeah, what the fuck?
that spanner. Like,
That's some bullshit,
what a
but
peanut.
mad,
Like,
hey.
oh
But
my God.
the actual question is, what's the most expensive thing that you've treated yourself to?
Travel.
Oh, yeah?
Travel's the only thing you can buy
Yeah.
that makes you richer. I think I've spent about $200,000 traveling.
Oh,
Wow.
damn. From
Damn, that's
OnlyFans
beautiful.
success.
Yeah.
Wow.
So.
Whoa.
This is a lot. That's beautiful.
And like, mind you, that's mostly economy. I think I flew first once because it was pretty cheap, and my sciatica was playing up, and that's about it. So that's.
Oh, right. But at least you had the option. Yeah.
So that's all. Like that's all my Ubers and all my everything, and just.
Yeah. What about like an item?
Well, I did pay off my car, so my little
Come on.
Suzuki
Yeah,
Swift.
congrats.
So
Well done.
that
Let's
was
go.
great.
That's a flex.
That was
Yeah.
great. It's an investment because I used to be a driving instructor, so it's still my driving school car.
Yeah.
Got my little
Oh,
break in
nice.
the.
Come on.
I I know. So if anyone needs a driving lesson, actually no, don't, because I'm pretty sure I haven't renewed that license. But that's fine. But yeah, so paid off my car. I've bought a few nice bags, like secondhand.
Amazing.
I'm just not into materialistic things, and
A
so
Birkin bag.
yeah, like I lived in a really nice house for a while when Jackson and I split up, and I've helped my mum and my brother.
You got Stella.
I've got Stella.
The doggy.
Oh, I invested in property over in Bali, so we were
Oh,
quite lucky.
girl.
damn.
Yeah, so we've got friends over there that could co-sign on some freehold land, so we're selling that off
Wow.
into different blocks for villas and all that.
Congrats.
Congrats,
Oh, I
girl.
saw the one, was it your mum's or something?
That's my mum's, yeah, so that's
Oh
how we
my
got into
God.
it.
Everyone has to check that video out. It is
Yeah.
freaking hectic.
Villa,
It's like a full-on resort.
Villa Merbau in Sanur in Bali. It's my mum's villa that she rents out.
Serious?
It's like her home away from home. It's been her dream for like 20 years.
That's
So,
unreal, man. Come on.
yeah.
I want to go. Can we go on a holiday and go there?
You're
Bro, why
always
not, man?
welcome.
Can we have mom there?
Yeah,
Oh,
'cause she,
oh my
yeah,
God.
she can stay with us.
My mum's a baddie in
Seriously?
Bali.
Yeah.
I have seen her walk into a bar, do a tequila shot, and like beat some boys in pool, and then just like walk out like
Like as if nothing happened, but
I'm like, why don't you do this at home?
she's like, I can only get away with it here.
She's like, whatever. We're in Bali. It's all fun. I'm like, God, you're a different gal over here, lady.
I love that.
That's dope, man.
Wow.
And like I think the thing is like people kind of overlook, OnlyFans because it's like it's just a job. Boy, if I had the opportunity to, fly first class just because I had a bit of sciatica, bro, and
Yeah.
if I have the bag, I'm gone, bro. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
yeah.
So yeah, man, we might have to start fighting in jars
Crazy.
though.
I mean, look, I'm not gonna lie. Every now and then, when the bank account gets a bit dry, I'm like, should I? Like, do you have any advice for women everyone that
Yeah.
wants
Look,
to start?
I have always been really transparent with it that
Yeah.
and this is where I have a big issue with that
Mm-hmm.
that peanut that was going off about, the maths girls have nothing to show for OnlyFans, etc., etc. And what else did she say? That we're a bad example to young women
Yes.
because we are setting a precedent that girls can sign up and make 30 grand in a month or something.
Yeah.
That's where I took issue with it because every single Q&A I've done on my Instagram since I launched my OnlyFans, I have answered a question about like, how do I start an OnlyFans, etc., etc. And I've always said, I'm not the person to ask because I signed up at the right time
Yeah.
off the back of the biggest show in Australia and off the back of a massive controversy.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I didn't build a platform. I was given it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And like obviously with you guys, because you have your own platforms as well, like it would be a lot easier for you if you were to do it. But it's hard. It's a really hard slog. I think I read somewhere that the average person makes like $10 on OnlyFans a month. And it's like,
Wow.
I don't take it for granted. I know that I'm very privileged in how I made that money and had that OnlyFans success.
Yeah.
And I know it's not going to be the same for anybody, like for everybody else, but you have to recognize it. Otherwise you look like a dickhead.
Yeah.
I tell you what though, OnlyFans is like a tricky thing. So I had a first date last night and it was like, oh, like, what do you do now? Like sort of thing.
Yeah.
And this guy had like no idea about like the nitty gritty. Like he kind of knew, like he knew who I was enough, but like not like what I do now or what I did before maths or anything like that. And he said something about like joking about OnlyFans and I was like, no, like I do OnlyFans. And as soon as I said it, I was just like, this anxiety of like, please don't care, please don't care, please don't get weird about it. And he was so like, thank God he was so cool. He was just like, oh, sick, like, should we film something? And I was like, yes.
Wow.
But like, I'm not going to, don't worry. Not on a first date anyway. But
Yeah, he's got to work for that girl. Come on.
But that's like, how does it feel for you? Because I know this narrative I see it still everywhere and every single time everyone's like, oh, like what season were you on again? And I always have to say like Liv and Dom so that they click straight away. And they're always like, yeah, isn't that Liv now? She's doing OnlyFans when she gave Dom so much shit about doing it herself.
Where did I give her shit about doing OnlyFans?
What? Yeah, can you tell
Quote me.
us or tell the people to clear that up? How do you feel being labelled as that? Like you're the girl that gave Dom shit and now you're doing it.
I know. It's just like you're a hypocrite. Now you do OnlyFans.
Because I still see that everywhere. Every
Yeah.
second comment is that.
Yeah, I believe I'm so numb to it now because I'm just like, whatever. But my answer to that is quote me. where on the show did I give her shit about doing OnlyFans? Where on the show did I say anything bad about OnlyFans? Because I know for a fact that I was sitting there being like, I have worked with sex workers my entire adult life, and it is not of my belief that I would ever say anything bad about a girl doing OnlyFans. It's just not in me. I definitely had the shits that everything was coming out like, I don't know, because it was like her Twitter pages and stuff like that. Like it wasn't a photo from OnlyFans. So it was advertising for OnlyFans, but it was just like, it's public information. Like I was confused about why it was such a big deal and why. I understand now that like probably being outed as an OnlyFans model on TV is not good, but we all had a briefing day. Our social medias got scoured and it was still up. So I thought it was meant to be up for a reason. I don't know. But anyway, I'm not going to get into that. But yeah, being labelled a hypocrite is just like, well, what? Go back, watch the show. Tell me what makes me a hypocrite.
Yeah.
Watch it. Watch what I say. All I say is that it's public. And it is.
Reality.
Now, next, we're going to hear from Bronte, who was married to Harrison on last year's Married at First Sight.
Listen, not only that, she had some crazy stuff to say because she stayed quiet the whole time. You know what I'm saying? She ain't really said too much. And we had Harrison on a little bit before that.
Yes.
So, you know, the whole time she didn't say nothing. And this time it was old guns blazing.
It was.
Come on now. Let's go.
When I was listening to that episode when he was on, he made a point that he was sincere and genuine, going on mass because post-show he's now in a serious relationship and you're not, and you started OnlyFans, and that shows your true intentions. Like, what do you have to say about that?
Let's light that candle.
God
Okay,
damn.
so
Let's go.
She's just like, let me adjust my
Let's take
seat.
my gloves off.
let's go. Obviously, I had a business prior to the show. I was looking for love. I genuinely was. No matter what anybody says, no matter what's been leaked, I genuinely was looking for someone. And obviously Harrison pulls this narrative of being like, but I was single before the show. And I'm like, that's fine. No shit. We all know that. You've made that quite clear. But at the end of the day, it's like you knew that you were going into this at least 3 weeks before. So all of that should have been cut off. When Harrison and I started to obviously form a bit of a bond, and I'd like to call it a trauma bond because that's what it was, you know, there was talks of him and my, I guess, authenticity, trying to be like, you're not, how long do you want to stay here for? And blah, 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 blah. And I'd be like, at the time when he was asking me all of this, I was like, but I like you, Harrison. Like, I want to see this through and see where this can go. Like, I want to move to Sydney. I've always wanted to move. Like, this is the perfect opportunity. And looking back on it now, he'd always be like, well, what if I was to get you pregnant and then you leave with my child? Like, there was just all this. Yeah, it was just, now I look back on it. It's insanity. Yeah.
Okay.
So I just like, kids, we haven't even left the experiment. I haven't even moved. He's like, what are you going to do for a job? I was like, I work online. Like, my business was online. I was like, I can work from anywhere. So there was just all of these excuses because he had somebody else, right? I remember this one night. He goes, I have always wanted to do OnlyFans. And I went, okay. He's like, would you do it with me? And I went, I was taken back. I was like, would I do it with you? And in my head, I'm like, what? So you can use this against me later? I was like, this is just the way that my brain works. I was like, no, I would not do OnlyFans with you. He's like, I know the guy who can come into Sky Suites right now, and I've got his number, and he films all OnlyFans couples, and he's like, I can get him in here, and we can screw production. Like, it was this big thing, and I was like sitting there, mind blown, like, what is going on? So that for me was like, okay, so has he just done this so that he can launch his OnlyFans? And I was like, get that bag, like, whatever.
Yeah, pop off.
Then obviously I've come off the show and I've gone, I was in such a deep, deep depression. Like, my business basically, I'll just be completely honest with you, fell from underneath me. I did not have the energy to respond to my clients. I didn't even have the energy some days to get out of bed. And then I got given an opportunity, and someone goes, would you ever think about doing OnlyFans? And I was like, I actually made a joke, and I was like, I'm this close to just making OnlyFans. I was like, screw it. I've got this platform that I have no idea what I want to do with it. Went to Bali with one of my friends, started it. The rest is history. And honestly, it has been a whirlwind. And Harrison can think that the money that has been made is fake, whatever. It is what it is. I don't care. I know the type of money that can be made with this. But honestly, the man is only mad because I'm doing what he wanted to do. And it's not my whole life. Like, I literally have other businesses in the making. Yeah. And that's the whole reason why I did it. It's a means to an end. And it's a great way to make money really quickly.
Absolutely, man.
Wow.
We didn't know about this bit, man. Because all we were hearing was just the shame that was coming with, her morals, like coming off the show, like, and, my man was trying to cook up something.
Like, I'm still me. And it's like, does he forget that he was a male stripper and I was
we said that.
With that?
Yes. Good question. Yep. Yeah. Because we actually asked him the same thing. And we were like, you were stripping before you got on the show. Yeah. Why is that different to what she's doing? And I don't even remember what his like,
He said it was prior to the show and he's a changed man going into mass.
No, he's
like
not.
That was his
he's
past.
He's never going to change. But that's funny because his reasoning to everybody else was, I know my clients. Bronte doesn't know her clients. And I'm like, huh?
A leopard never changes its spots, man.
What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Like, it's,
You're iconic, huh? It's like, I love it.
Honestly, that's just the way that he makes my brain function. I just like it's just constant question marks and that little monkey that's like. That's literally how I feel whenever he talks. I'm so confused.
Man, that kind of shook me a little bit, man. I wish we knew that a little bit earlier before we actually started this.
Crazy.
He was going around to everybody apparently part of mass being like, now I can start my OnlyFans. So like he had every intention on doing it. Yeah, he's mad because I did it. And he goes, but Bronte said she'd never do it. I was like, no, mate, I said that I'd never do it with you. Mm-hmm. Don't put words in my mouth. Everybody is going to have an opinion. I had an opinion on OnlyFans for a long time, and it's purely because I was uneducated on it. It's, half of my photos that I actually sell are my feet.
Stop.
People want my feet. Somebody paid me $700 for a photo of my belly button. My belly button.
What?
Yes.
What's like the most messed up request you've had on OnlyFans?
To be fair, I haven't been in it long enough to have a lot. There's been a lot of butt stuff, obviously. A lot of guys love
but you got a hot butt.
And thank you. I pride myself on that. Apparently, according to Harrison's workmate, I have the ass of a flat tire.
What the fuck?
You definitely don't. I've seen
I know. I know I don't.
Man.
So it's like, for me, I know that like the requests and whatnot, they can get quite intense. And obviously, you choose what you are comfortable with doing. And, it was actually my parents who were the ones that were like, Bronte, it's in this day and age, you have to do what you have to do. They're like, the money that can be made is, you don't even have to do this for a long time. You can do this for a short time, fund your business, go traveling, buy a house. It's just one of those things where if you don't utilize it after, as Taku said, we've got this little window, and I utilized it. You got to strike while the iron's hot. That's exactly what I did.
Go.
So I think there's just such a bad stigma with OnlyFans, right?
And that's okay. I'm okay with it. I've accepted it. I'm still me, and it is what it is at the end of the day. My mom was like, Bronte, you post bikini photos for Christ's sake. You don't you may as well just get paid for the things that you're posting. And I was like,
I think it's just the assumption, like OnlyFans, she must be doing like nudes and porn.
Absolutely. And I just let people talk. That's fine. Like, if that's what's going to help you rest your head at night and sleep, that's okay. I know what I'm willing to do to achieve and get ahead in life. And if that doesn't align with you, that's fine. You're not supposed to get along with everyone. And
most definitely.
Harrison can just stay in his lane, and I'd tell him to shut up, but we know that's never going to happen. So
Yeah.
Thank you so much for listening, guys. It's been a huge year, but don't fret. There's going to be another whole new season next year coming up.
Come on
Fresh
now.
tea.
Fresh tea, fresh juice, whatever you want to call it. But we got gossip coming around your ears.
Yes, I cannot wait.
But listen, I can't even think, man. My words ain't even coming out right. But listen,
Seriously.
we had a blast in 2023 and we're going to come into 2024 hot. Let's go.
Reality.